So, workbook 8-6, today's lesson. If you know how to do the percent proportion from what we talked about on Friday, then you're going to be fine with these, okay? The math might be a little bit difficult, and I'm going to need some space so that you can see what I'm writing, and that is not what I wanted to do. This is, let me go 4, 6. 7, 3, 6, 4. Yeah, 6, 4. That's going to be better. Okay? So I'll do the work here. Why can I not see what I'm looking for? Z. Yes. Okay, good. We're good to go. So, for number 10, 11, and 12, I'm going to ignore this stuff. That's not going to help you, okay? Which is why I'm having a separate sheet over here for you guys to see the work. You're going to put the answers on this sheet of paper, and you're going to do the work on a separate sheet of paper. You're going to put the answers on page 501. You're going to circle your answer. The work is going to be done on a separate sheet of paper. You're going to staple them and turn them in together if this is what you're doing for your assignment, workbook 8-6. If you want extra credit and you get the ones correct on the very back. So the last two questions on the back at the bottom, it's called assessment practice. It's number 25 and 26. You can do those for credit. If you get them wrong, don't worry about it. If you get them right, that's extra credit. So 35% of what number is 91? Here's the good news. Use a percent proportion to solve. Remember, the of is here and the percent is here. So 35%, well, there's my 35% of what number? There's the of, but there's nothing after it, so I'm going to put my variable there, and then I'm going to put 91 here. Now I can just cross multiply, and then I can solve it. 91 times this is this. X times 35 is 35x. I'm going to divide this side by 35. I'm going to divide this side by 35. Cross out the twins. X is going to equal 35 divided by, 9,100 divided by 35. So what is that going to be? 35 goes into 91 twice. Okay? When you subtract, you're going to get 21. You're going to bring down a 0. 35 goes in 210. Is it 4 times? Let's find out. 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 14. Not even close, Heath. 5, 6. Let's try 6. Yeah. It's going to be 6 exactly. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Subtract. Bring the 0 down, and 35 goes into 0 0 times. There is your answer. The answer is 260, and I'm circling it. That's my answer. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to number 11. Get rid of this. Number 11. What is it talking about? So let me set up my percent proportion. Okay. Get rid of that. Do this and this. Let me put the skinnies over here. There's my there's my percent. Let me go back to thick. And 125%. Okay, good. There's a percent. So I can put 125 right there. Of what number? Again, the of doesn't have anything after it, so that my variable is going to be there, and my 45 is going to go right here. So I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to do x times 125, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 125. Cross out the tens. X equals. So I have space over here to do the division. So let's go ahead and do that. 4500, 125. It's a little bit of work for this one. Let me switch colors so it's easier to see. 125 goes into 450 how many times? Well, not once, not twice, 3. Let's try 4. That's not even close. Let's try 3. 5, 1, 6, 7, 3. So that's it. It's going to be 300. It's going to be 3 times, and you're going to get 375, and then you're going to subtract to get 75. 10 minus 5 is 5. That becomes a 5, but you have to make it like that. 10 minus 5 is 5. 15 minus 7. Ooh. Heath, you did your math wrong. Wow, I know it's 75, but, oh, that's even a 4.
What did you do?
That close. And then you're going to bring the 0 down. And 125 goes into 750. 5, let's try 6. 12, 30, 40, 15. Exactly 750 times. Oh, no, I said that wrong. So it goes in 6 times. That's going to give you that. When you subtract, you have no remainder. So the answer is 36. Okay? Number 11 is 36. It's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot to do here. It's not extremely complicated. You just have to be good with multiplication and long division. You have to be comfortable with both. Let's look at number 12. All of them are going to be like this, unfortunately, I think. So let me set up the proportion. Let me put the 100 here. Let me do this. There's my of, there's my percent. And then I'm going to switch colors. I'm going to look at the problem. I don't want to look at this, okay? That's not going to help us. I'm not doing it this way. So 87.5% of what number is 49? So there's my of, nothing after it. There's my x. My percent is 87.5. And then 49 is going to go right here. Class, this is going to be a little bit complicated, okay? Not because we cross multiply. That's not going to be the hard part. And it's not because you do 49 times 100. That's not going to be hard. The challenge is going to be, don't forget the x, Heath. When we divide both sides by 87.5, when we do that, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to have to take 4,900 divided by 87.5. And before we can start, we've got to get the decimal to the end of the number. And because we did that, we've got to do the same thing here. We need to put a decimal here, put it to the end right there, add a 0, and that is going to mean that we take 875 going into 49,000. Wow. I don't want to keep that there because I don't want you to think it's a decimal. So let's see if this is as complicated as it looks. 875 will not fit into this, but it will fit into 4,900. How many times? I have no idea. Let me guess 6. I'm just guessing. 42, 5, 48, 52. That's a little bit too much, which means the answer is going to be 5. So I'm going to put a 5 there. 5 times 5 is 25. Put a 2 here, 35, 36, 37. Put a 3 here, 40, 3. And now I can subtract. And that's going to give me, let's do it this way. 10 minus 5 is 5, but I have to borrow from this. Since there's a 9, since it's a 0, let me go one more over and make the 90 into an 89. Okay? 9 minus 7 is 2. 8 minus 3 is 5. And that's right. Then I'm going to bring the 0 down. If I had to guess, it's not going to be a decimal, so let me see. 5, 6. Let me try 6. It's going to be 6. I can almost guarantee you that. 6 times 5 is 30. And then with a 3, 42, 5, 4, d8 plus 4 is 52. And that's what I thought. Which means our answer is 56. 87.5% of 56 is 49. And does that sound right? Does it sound like if I set this up like this, that would work? Actually, it does. Because you see how close 49 is to 56? The closer you get to 56, the closer it's going to be to 100%. And this is pretty close to 100. So yeah, the answer makes a lot of sense. Okay. 3 down, a few more to go. Let me set up my percent proportion for number 13. Number 13. 700% of what number is 1,540? So, there's my of, there's my percent, there's my 100, there's my 700 is going to go right, oh, okay. 700 is going to go right here. And then of what number? I don't know. So I'm going to put my that there. Now this is not going to be that hard because of that. I'm going to divide by 100, so it's actually going to be a little bit easy. The hard part is actually going to be taking, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 154 times 7, okay? And watch what I do here. 35, 36, 37. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10. I'm going to take this number, and I'm going to put it right here. And remember, I did not include this 0, or this 0. I'm just going to put those at the end of the number to save myself some time. And now I'm going to divide by 100 on both sides. And I'm going to get rid of the 2 zeros at the end and do the same thing to these 2 zeros. And that leaves me with 10,780. I have no idea if that's the correct answer. So let me think about this. If I set this up right, let me see if this makes sense. I didn't. Dang it. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. Here's what I did wrong. I don't know my of. That goes here. The x goes here. So I'm glad I checked this and didn't just assume that it was right. That's good. I usually do that. So let me double check one more time. Of, I don't know. That goes at the bottom. 1540 at the top. Okay, now we're good to go. So this times this is this. This times this. I'm going to take 154 times 1 to get that. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 zeros. So now when I divide by 700 and I get x by itself, I can get rid of these 2 zeros and I can get rid of these 2 zeros. So really all I need to do is I just need to take 1,540 divided by 7, and let's see what that's going to give us. Okay, you can stop and do it on your own if you want to, and I hope you do, because you need the practice, I'm sure. So it's 220. That makes a lot more sense. Now the answer that I just did, I actually did get it right. I solved the proportion right, but the answer was wrong because I set up the proportion wrong. Okay, so with this one's going to be much better. 700% of what number is that? And the answer is what I got. Okay, so even though I answered the proportion correctly because I set up the proportion wrong, the answer was wrong. But now its answer is right, so I'm going to circle it. Yay! Number 14. Let me erase this. We're going to look at number 14. 0.7% of what number? So I don't know my of, so I'm going to put an x here, a 100 here. They give me a percent, and I'm going to put the 35 right here. So let me multiply. Let me multiply. And then I divide. And I divide. And when I take this with divided by 0.7, I'm going to move the decimal once, which is going to add me a 0, and then I just solve this. 5 here, 0, 0, 0. And that actually is right because I checked this a few hours ago. This is going to be 5,000. I'm going to try to explain why, okay? Because it might throw some of you off. Do you see? Dang, that is not what I wanted to do. So, do you see how small this number is compared? This is less than 1%. And remember what I said? I've said before. I said this last week. To find 1% of a number, take a decimal and go backwards twice. Do you know what 1% of 5,000 is? It's 50. So since this is less than 1%, our answer better be a little bit less than 50. Guess what? That's a little bit less than 50. So that's one of the reasons why it might make sense if it's confusing in the first place, okay? Here, 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 skinny bitty, skinny of, and there's my percent. I'm going to go large, large, large. Let's look at the next one, number 15, 56%. Wow. 56% of what number? I don't know my of. Of what? I don't know, so this is my x. Is 14. Now here's the good news. I'm going to take a shortcut. Please don't hate me, but I can do it. I know 14 times 4 is 56. So now I'm thinking, what times 4? We did the same thing. Is there something times 4 that equals 100 that I can do in my head? Actually, there is. It's 25. 25 times 4 is 100. And I can prove this answer is going to work. Watch this. I'm going to cross multiply to prove that they're proportional. I'm going to take 14 times 100 to get this. And if this times this is the same thing, then we got it right. So let's see what 56 times 25 is. Zero, 0, 4, 1. Guess what? It is the same thing. So the answer is 25. Yay. All right. Number 16. Some of you might be a little bit confused by this. So we've got 4 more to do, okay? Number 16. On your own, this one's a little bit difficult, I'm not going to lie. Otis had a salad for $4.50, a sandwich for $6.25, and a drink at his favorite restaurant. The tax for the entire meal was 54%. Since it was the meal tax, we're only looking at that, the meal tax. What was the price of the drink? So here's what you're thinking, okay? You had a tax that was 4.5% of the total cost of the meal. And the tax is 54 cents. So 4.5% of what is 54 cents? That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to find out. I can't believe I just did that. That sucks so bad. So I'm going to set up my proportion. I'm going to find 54%. So I'm going to have to say it out loud now. This is my percent. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put my 100 here. I don't know the total cost. So it's 4.5% of what? So there's my X. Of what's the cost of the total meal? That's going to help us answer this question. Just wait till we get to the end. You'll see how. So I'm going to put my 0.54 here. And I'm just going to solve, okay? I'm going to do that, which is going to move the decimal twice to the right, which is going to give me 54, equals that. And so when I divide by 4.5, I'm going to go ahead and put it, I'm going to do it over here. I don't have room, and that's okay. So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do top number under the roof. Don't forget that, okay? Top number under the roof, 4.5. The decimal has to go once over, so I need to do this. So I'm going to rewrite this, okay? There. 45 goes into 540 how many times? Well, you know that's going to be a 1, right? And then we're going to subtract. Look how easy this is. 45 goes into 90 twice. No remainder. So guess what? What this tells me is the total cost of the meal. Do not drop that E. The total cost of the meal is $12. If you put that as your answer, you missed it. Because the question is not asking the entire meal cost. It's asking for the price of the drink. So there's one more thing to do. You know you spent this much money on salad. You know you spent this much money on a sandwich. In total, you spent $10.75. If your total meal was $12, how much did you spend on the drink? You got to take the total that we just got, subtract it from the cost of these two, and that is going to tell you how much you spent on the drink, and that is going to be the answer. Can you believe that? Wow, what a question. Okay. You can pause this if you need to take a break. I wish I could, but I got to keep going. Jill paid a sales tax. Let's look at sales tax. Oh, there it is. We're looking at this now. Jill paid a sales tax of $1.40 when she bought a vest. What was the price of the vest, not including the tax? So let me think about this out loud, okay? So she paid a sales tax of $1.40. The sales tax is 3.5%. Then we know the cost of the vest. So 3.5% of what? That's the vest. Is $1.40. So that is our statement. We're going to put the 3.5% here. There's 0 and 100. We don't know the of. okay? And we know this is going to be $1.40. And now we can cross multiply, because the vest is what we're finding the cost of. Multiply that times that. When we do that, we're going to get 140. This times this is 3.5x. So when I divide both sides by 3.5, I can cross that out, and that's going to give me x by itself, and x is going to equal this divided by this. Let's do the math. 3.5, we're going to move the decimal over and decimal over, and that's going to give us 1,400 with a 35 right here. So when we solve it, 35 goes into 140. 1, 2, 3. I think it's exactly 4 times. Yeah, that's right. So that makes our job really easy, because when you bring the 0 down, 35 goes into 0 times, which means our answer to this question is $40. The price of the vest, let's see if it makes sense. Does that look about right? It honestly, it does. It does to me. 3.5% of 40 is $1.40. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, number 18. Rachel paid $46 in tax for the money she earned. So income tax is going to be earned money. So we're going to be looking at the income tax rate for this one, okay? So how much money did she earn if this is her tax? So her tax was, I can do this over here, 5% of her total amount of what is $46. So her tax was $46. So 5% of her total money is going to equal $46 because that's how much she got taxed. So how do we set this up? Well, there's my 5% right there. That's 5% is 5 out of 100, 5 over 100. I don't know my 46 is going to go here. So when I cross multiply, that's going to give me 4,600. Nope, I was wrong, I'm sorry. 4,000, no, it is 4,600, I just wrote it wrong. Equals 5 times x. Oh, this is going to be really easy to divide, because 5s are really easy to divide. So let me show you. We do it 4600 with a 5 here. That's going to be a 9. Bring the 0 down, 5 goes into 10 twice. Bring a 0 down, 5 goes into 0 times. So she made $920. She earned $920 as a camp counselor. Not bad. Not too bad. Well, it really depends on how many hours she worked. If it was like 1,000 hours, that would be so bad, because that's less than $1 per hour. But anyway, last question. This one's really easy. Let me see if I can make it easy for you, okay? A restaurant wants to study how well its salads sell. The circle graph shows the sales of salads during the past few days. If 5 of the salads sold were Caesar salads, it's like alliteration. S. How many total salads did the restaurant sell? Try saying that fast. If 5 of the salads sold were Caesar salads, how many total salads did, I can't even say it. If 5 of the salads sold were Caesar salads, how many total salads did the restaurant sell? There. Ha. No wonder why I'm single. Now, I want to go Caesar salads. If 5 of the salads sold, so all of these, there's 5 of them sold. These are Caesar salads. That's 20%. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, how many 20% does it take to make 100? 20, 40, 60, 80, it takes 5. So if 20% is 5 Caesar salads, how many salads were sold? Well, 20% is 5. So watch this. 5, 5, 5, 5. How many salads were sold? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 salads total were sold. And I'm going to be done because I don't want to go any further. God, I bet you that was 26 minutes. 26 minutes, 13 seconds. Nope, 24 minutes and 53 seconds. Hope that was helpful. Hope you had a good weekend. Okay, bye.